Welcome back, Bob the Vape Computer Guy. Today we're taking a look at the Muse RDA from Vapeam. Alright, so this is from Vapeam, and this was sent in by them for the purposes of this review. It is the Muse RDA. First thing I noticed with this, which I really like, the Dead Rabbit is probably my favorite squonking because of the really high side airflow. And this is very similar to that. You can see how high that airflow is on the side over here. So for squonking or dripping, you're really going to have no problems whatsoever with leaking unless you basically fill the whole thing up with juice. I'm going to take a vape on it, and then we're going to dive down and look at it. So let's take a look at it up close. I'll tell you what I think about it after vaping on it. Right, so today we're taking a look at the Muse RDA by Vapeam. So it does come in stainless steel, matte, silver, and black. We'll take a look at all those colors today. Let's take a look at one here. And this one is a stainless steel. Yeah, this is the regular stainless steel. And there you go. Nice looking design. High airflow, which I really like. Nice protruding 510. It says Muse on the bottom. Designed by Vapeam. You have a frosted, a little bit of gnarling 810 drip tip. Interesting airflow before we show you the deck here. So we got the high airflow, which I really like. But what happens is, when it goes in, it's kind of going in up here, a little high, and then it goes down and then into your coil. So having that high airflow really will prevent any leaking when squonking or dripping on this thing, and yet still gives you kind of medium airflow, because as you can see there, that's where the airflow is going to hit, right about here. So you have to build your coils right for about that level, not really for that high, but just a little bit below that. So really nice, and of course that'll also allow you to control your airflow and turn it off. Let's go ahead and pop this off, and there's your deck. Pretty basic 4-post design. Alright, and you may think the juice well here is not the deepest, but once you have that in there, you got to look at it as your juice well is going to be, pretty much up to here. So you got a nice juice well on there. So that's a stainless steel one. So you will also get standard black 810 drip tip. You will get a card with a QR code to download their app on Google Play or the Apple Store. You will also get, really nice here, they were smart, they showed you exactly where to cut your coil. So you can put it right on this piece of cardboard, measure it, and cut it. Very nice. And then of course you will get a couple of coils. You will get a squonking pin, a couple of extra screws, O-rings, and your tool. Here is the matte silver. And here's the black that I've been using. Let's get you all the specs and we'll go back up and tell you what I think about it. Alright, so you see it up close. Really nice. I really like the high, there's not a lot of RDAs with really high side airflow like that. And it was a good design that they did where the air's going in, down a little bit, drops down a little bit, then goes into the coil. And it's working really well. I squonk a lot more these days than doing dripping, just because it's so much more convenient. It looks good. They have quite a few different designs on there. I have it right now on the top side. As you can see, I think the black goes good with that. And it just does a great job. Everything about it's been fine. The only thing I noticed is the screws are a little wonky. They're not the best screws, but once you tighten them in, they hold down fine. But like I had to take one out, and then when I went to put it back in, it's like a little wobbly as it goes in, but not perfect on the machining there. But once it's in, and I had no problems. Other than that, everything about this has been great. The flavor's pretty darn good on it too. Now, I got the airflow fully open there, and it's doing a good job. Let's close it down to 2 holes. Flavor's a little better, but it's a little tight on the two hole vape there, so I'm going to put it back to like 2.5. See if it'll focus there and you can see how I'm using it there, okay? Take another vape. That's my favorite spot for about 2.5 out of those 3 holes in there. Just because it gives a good balance of flavor and airflow, and it's not noisy at all. I'm taking a hard pull on that, but it's nice and quiet, you know, no problems, no whistling, nothing like that. Perfectly acceptable, doing a great job. I like it, I really do. Vape AM or Vape Am, whichever one, was kind enough to send in extras. So we got 4 more of these that are going into, which is open for some reason because I forgot to close it. We're going to throw these in here. And in a couple of days, when we do the Patreon giveaways, those are going into the Patreon giveaways. 4 winners are going to get Vapeam Muse RDAs. So there you go. Really nice. Doing a good job. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.